welcome back to another day here in Colombia. We are back in the city of Bogotá. It is raining. It's very rainy, very cold, and very cloudy, which means that here in the morning in Bogotá, I need some breakfast because it's cold. It's actually really cold. It's cloudy. The weather, you can literally see there are mountains behind me. They're covered in the clouds. It's just not great weather here in Bogotá, which is why they always have some warm food for breakfast. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead, let's go get something to eat. But yeah, this is gonna be an incredible food day here in Bogotá. So let's go ahead and get it started. We come to a place known as La Puerta Falsa. This is a place that Anthony Bourdain came to and talked about how great the tamal was, how great the food was, and how historic this place is. This place hasn't been open since 1860. That's right, 1816. It has over 200 years of history. The interesting is, it's called La Puerta Falsa, the false door, because for many years when it started, it was just a stall. It didn't have a name, but it's literally located right on the corner of the Plaza de Bolívar, the main political square of Bogotá, which is why it's so important. It's been around and it's been eaten at by like ministers and government officials and members of parliament and all these important people here in Bogotá. This is, all the government offices of Bogotá are right around here. So that's why everybody comes here to eat food. And trust me, it's great. Look at how busy it is. First, look at the decor. Look at how old and ancient this place is. Second, it's packed and it's full of locals. Like, these are locals coming out here on a Saturday morning, stuffing this place. Literally, there's a line outside to get in here because it's that popular. What have we got in here at La Puerta Falsa? We've got two things. First, we've got Aguapanela. This is a traditional drink that's made of sugarcane, but then it's warm. It's warmed up sugarcane water in which you dip your bread, and it's supposed to be amazing. And then something else I got, tamal. This is a tamal that I've been dreaming of. Ever since I saw Anthony Bourdain's show when he came here and tried the tamal here. Let's just go ahead and start with the Aguapanela. Like I said, this is a very traditional drink made with sugarcane, but it's warm. And you might think, why is it warm? Well, Bogotá is a cold city. Bogotá is it's like 10 degrees this morning. It is cold. So you do want something sort of warm to warm your system up. Let's go ahead and try it out. That's not just sugarcane, it's sugarcane water, but it's got some herbs and some other things in there that make it really good. It's got a little bit of earthiness to it, but it's not too sweet either. It's not like sugarcane juice that is so sweet. That is amazing. Wow, okay. On the side, they've got some bread. They've got this thing, I don't know what the name of it is. It starts with an A. But what you're supposed to do, you can see, is literally butter all the way through. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip it in the Aguapanela, and then we're going to take a bite. I don't know how that bread is so good, but it literally soaks up the Aguapanela and turns the bread into this sweet bread, this sweet, soaked up bread. That is incredible. Now, to be fair, with Aguapanela, you can usually put cheese and butter inside it. Like, that's what, there's a table of old men behind me, that's what they were doing, and that's how it's traditionally served. I have mixed feelings about putting butter and cheese inside a drink. I don't think I'm going to do that, because I do like the way it is right now and I don't want to ruin it. It literally tastes amazing. Let's go to the tamal. This tamal is the famous tamal of La Puerta Falsa. That's literally the name of it. The tamal is named after the restaurant. It's wrapped in banana leaves. So unlike the ones in Mexico, which are wrapped in corn husk, this one is wrapped in banana leaves. And when you're unwrapping it, you literally see the steam escaping from the tamal. It like bathes you like in the sauna. But let's go ahead, let's try out our first tamal here in Bogotá. This is famous. This is so, I cannot tell you how famous the tamal from this store is. So let's go ahead and try it out. First off, that is so hot. It is literally steaming, piping hot. All the heat's been trapped inside that banana leaf. So it's so hot. Second, that is the smoothest tamal ever. What I realized is that when people put tamales inside banana leaves, it's very smooth, it's very wet. Let me go ahead and see. Wow, I mean, look at this. I literally have a whole piece of carrot. You can literally see the carrot right here. But I do want to see, I think I found it. We got some chicken. Let's go ahead. Let's try the chicken with the tamal. Because after all, chicken is the main meat that they put inside this tamal. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh, it's not too dry. It's not juicy or wet. But it's just smooth and slippery. And it just slides down your throat. Wow. Here in La Puerta Falsa, like I said, this place has been open for over 200 years. This is what people have been eating for 200 years. And trust me, there is a reason that this place is so good. There's a reason that Anthony Bourdain was taken here to try out the food here in Bogotá. Here in Bogotá, La Puerta Falsa is a place that you just cannot miss. Wow, that store right there, La Puerta Falsa, founded in 1816. Literally one of the most legendary places I think I've ever had any food. It's honestly such a privilege showing that that place, first off, it's been around for 200 years. Second, Anthony Bourdain ate there. And third, to this day, it remains one of the most important places to eat in Bogotá. It's an old coffee shop, breakfast shop sort of place that's still serving food like they did 200 years ago. And like I said, literally right over here, the Colombian Congress is right here. The Colombian courts are right here. If you're a politician and you're working in the office, where are you going to get breakfast? Where are you going to get lunch? Puerta Falsa. But that's what you've been doing for the last 200 years. Might as well continue the tradition. Honestly, one of the coolest things I have done here in Colombia, literally eat at this place. What an honor, what an experience. I'm pretty stuffed, so let's go ahead later in the day and let's continue this food tour. Welcome to Plaza La Persistencia, or the Market of Persistencia. A market that it's been on my radar for quite a few years because on Netflix's street food series, this is where they came. They came to show a lot of the great street foods here in Bogotá, and this was a place where a lot of the street food vendors were showcased, where a lot of the food was shown. So for lunch today, we're going to be here. We're going to be inside the Market de la Perseverancia, and we're going to go ahead and check out what incredible foods there are on offer inside this market, because trust me, there's a lot of food, there's a lot of famous food, and I'm excited to try it all. First stop of the day at this market, we come to a place that says La Cucharita. What does La Cucharita mean? It means the little spoon. And spoons you usually use for soups. One soup I wanted to try, which I haven't tried yet, which is Ajiaco. Sure enough, they have it here at the market. What is Ajiaco and why am I so desperate to try Ajiaco? Ajiaco is a classic warm soup from here in Colombia. What's so special about it? It's made of 3 types of potatoes. They put 3 different types of potatoes into the soup in order to give it that flavor. Now remember, here in the Andes, there are many types of potatoes. So they're able to diversify the type of potatoes they put into the soup. They put some corn, they put some chicken. It usually comes with rice and a patacon. Remember, patacon is that sort of fried plantain that is flattened out. But this place is incredible. It's incredibly busy. And the ajiaco, that smells amazing. You can see there's shredded chicken in it, and just by taking it up, you can see the potatoes. You can also see they're different potatoes. You've got ones that are whiter in color, ones that are yellower in color. Without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get started with ajiaco. Let's go ahead and try out my first bite of ajiaco. Just the soup by itself. It's a little bit thick, but that's because of all the potato and the corn that's put inside. So let's finally go ahead and let's try it out. Oh my god. I have never had a soup like that. You can literally taste the differences of the potatoes. Because I tell you, one potato has a sweetness to it, and the corn adds a sweetness to it. But then there's another potato that's a very deep, earthy flavor. And then there's another potato that's got a very like roasted, smoky flavor to it. You can taste the different flavors of the potatoes mixing into the soup in order to create this really large soup, but it's quite sweet because you've got a Swedish potato in there, and you've also got sweet corn that's literally dumped in there, cooking the entire pot. Wow, that is incredible. Let's go ahead, let's get some of the potato, let's get some of the chicken. I just want to really get all the flavors in. Let's go for it. Oh. The chicken here is shredded, and it's shredded until it literally bends into these tiny little fibers that just break apart in the soup. Really soft, really tender, and well, you don't need it to be juicy because it's literally dunked in soup. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the patacon. Patacon is one of my favorite things to have. It's just crispy plantain, literally cooked to perfection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dunk it inside. I'm going to dunk it, and I'm going to put some chicken right on top to give it some incredible flavor. The soup, by the way, is really, really hot. Like, you can see the steam flying off, right? That is from the soup. Let's go ahead, let's try out patacon. Remember, patacon is a fried plantain. So plantains are naturally sweet. So with that sweetness, with the sweetness of the soup, yet with the savoriness of the chicken and the sort of smokiness of the potato, you get this incredible combination that just works. Wow, I'm literally in shock. Total price of this is 25,000 pesos, which is cheaper actually than a lot of other places I've seen in Bogotá. So great place to get ajiaco. The flavors are incredible. I've literally never had soup like this before. And when it's cold, when it's like this sort of weather in Bogotá, which it always is like this, it's rainy and cold and gray, a warm ajiaco literally warms up your soul, warms up your day, and gets you ready to continue on with the day. We're gonna finish this up, and trust me, we are not done with this market. So let's go ahead and let's keep eating. Okay, so next up we've come to the place known as La Esquina de Mari, which literally means the corner of Mari. And if you've watched Netflix's series of street food, they actually featured this place, this lady who does food from the Pacific coast. Colombia is a big country, like I've told you, and every stall here sells different regions of sells food from different regions of Colombia. This one is from the Western Pacific coast. Unfortunately, this time around, we don't get a chance to visit. I will visit it one day. But it's incredible that they've got some Pacific food here. Fresh fish, fresh seafood. What have we got here? We've got shrimp with rice and coconut, and literally, it's got all this sort of stewed together. It's got this consistency that looks like it's congealed together, cooked together. It looks really nice. You've also got two, I think, patacones on the side. Remember, patacones are those plantains that are mashed up that give a really, really nice texture. I just got a little bit of rice here. You can literally see the rice is orangish in color. It's got a bit of, I think, some vegetables, definitely some shrimp. So let's go ahead, let's try it out. First off, the big problem sometimes you have with seafood is that it's not fresh enough. But this, you don't taste the sort of overdone, sort of cold seafoody flavor. It is incredibly nice and very fragrant, actually. The rice has some like little packages of that seafood juice, of that tomato juice, I think, that they've all just added in. Okay, I need to find some shrimp, because that's what it is. It's rice with shrimp, and you can't have rice with shrimp without trying out some of the shrimp. So let's go ahead, let's try out some of the shrimp. Bouncy, almost kind of juicy, actually, but it's not very big. They're not like big king prawns. They're quite medium-sized ones, actually. But that works well with the rice, because if you think about it, rice is quite small in size. You want something that fits well and mixes well with it all together. If you have these giant pink prawns, the prawns become the star, but really, the rice is just as incredible in terms of flavor as well. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's try the patacon. I mean, you can literally see these patacon is a little bit thicker than the ones I'm used to. So let's go ahead. Let's try it out. Let's put some rice on top. Let's go. I think that's something fried. I think it might be some fish with plantains, but that is not just purely patacon. It's got a bit of a saltier, fishier flavor, because usually patacons, just the plantains by themselves, tend to be quite sweet. This is not sweet. It's very crunchy. It's quite chewy. It's got a little bit of fishiness to it, which when you get the rice right on top of it, wow, that is a really, really good flavor. And you also get free lemonade on the side too. This lemonade's really, really nice. They literally have some juice stalls here on the side. They give you some juice. The sweetness, the sourness, the contrast in with the nice freshness of the seafood gives you a perfectly complete flavor to the dish. Okay, we're gonna finish this up and let's go see if we can find a bakery somewhere we can get some cakes, some bread, something nice and sweet, because trust me, Bogota has some really nice bakeries and this is incredible. Alright, well, to get some dessert, we've come to Bogotás Panaderia Montserrat. Remember, the mountain here in Bogota, the hill, it's called Montserrat. The bakery is also called Montserrat. And it's actually because to get to Montserrat, you actually have to go past this way, so it's quite close actually to Montserrat. So after you come back from the hill Montserrat, it might be a good idea to come to the bakery Montserrat. Let's see how it goes. We bought two things. First, I asked what their most popular is, and they had Milhoja. Milhoja, remember, is that 1,000 layer, except here we've got arequipe in it. It's got cream in it. It looks amazing. She said this is the most popularly sold one, so obviously I had to try that out. Second thing I've got is something I've never had before. It's called a pionono. I've never heard of pionono before. It actually has a very funny, it sounds like Pinocchio, but it's called a pionono. She said it's kind of like tres leches, but with different flavors to it. It's what she called a pionono. Let's go ahead, let's try the pionono first. Very curious to try a pionono. I've never had a pionono before. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's give it a try. That is very interesting. It's not really like a traditional taste. The cake inside, I think, has been dunked in coffee. There's a bit of a coffee flavor. This is a berry flavored pionono, which means that you've got a bit of sourness from the berries, and you can taste there are real berries in there. It gives it a bit of sourness. The cream itself is a frosting that's quite sticky. It's a frosting that's quite sticky. From what I understand, pionono is sort of like a roll cake. That's what a pionono is. And if you look at it, you can literally see how that cake is rolled, because that's what a pionono is. Except once it's rolled, they cut it and then they cover it in cream, so you don't know that it's actually rolled. Let's go for the milhoja. We know what milhoja is. Bunch of different layers. And we've got arequipe on top, which is that dulce de leche, that sort of caramel sort of flavor. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna break. Oh wow, this is much harder to break than I thought. Okay. All right, we got a piece here. Let's go ahead and try out the milhoja. I totally understand why the milhoja is so popular and so famous. First off, the custard on the inside, it's kind of like an eggy sort of flavor, kind of like a eggy custard almost inside. Really, really nice. You gotta keep it. You barely taste it. It's very, very thin layer on top. What makes it different from me is the pastry. The pastry is soft but crunchy at the same time. It doesn't break your teeth, but at the same time, it's really, really nice to swallow. Really nice when it enters your mouth. Because sometimes milhoja, if it's too crunchy, it comes in and it's really difficult. It's very brittle. This is not too brittle, but at the same time, it's not soggy. It's the perfect balance between being too soggy and just being so hard and brittle that the moment you bite in, it just cracks. Perfect texture, perfect milhoja. I understand why this is the most popularly sold pastry here at this bakery. Really, really good. I'm actually quite surprised by the type of pastries that we've got here. I'll see you guys when dinner time rolls around. Well, the sun has set here in Bogotá, and that means it's time for us to get some dinner. Like you noticed here, literally Bogotá becomes a ghost town once the sun sets. Like nothing is open, like nothing. Let's go ahead, let's go find something to eat. Let's go find some dinner here in the city. Looks like it's easier to find food here in Bogotá today, simply because today is a Saturday, it's a weekend. Literally, on other days of the weekend, trying to find food here in Bogotá doesn't exist. Only on the weekends is it easier to find food, and we literally found a place. I asked him what it was, he said, shawarma. I was like, what is shawarma? And I realized, it's shawarma. It's literally a shawarma that they're selling here. But they put a bit of a Colombian twist to it. They put corn inside it, they put garlic sauce, they put salsa de ají. It's a Colombian version of a shawarma, literally sold right here on the street for 12,500 pesos, which is like about $3. It's a pretty big portion actually, it's a pretty big shawarma, and literally loaded up with chicken, and you can see it's literally like a big grill plate with fire on it. And the best part is, not only does he grill the chicken, he puts it back in, and then he grills the entire thing. He literally puts the thing on the grill and then grills it there. It's almost like the perfect shawarma. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but definitely Colombian twist of a shawarma. So let's go ahead, let's take our first bite of a Colombian shawarma here in Bogotá.
Salsa colombiana, salsa de Colombia. Para enseñar allá donde está él.
He's just saying the sauce is Colombian.
Muy rico.
He's telling us the Colombian sauces. But no, that is delicious. First off, the chicken has got this perfectly roasted, grilled flavor. It's not too salty. It's not too overcooked. It's just perfectly grilled. Now, is it like as good as what's a turkey? No, it's not. It's still a long way from that. But what I love are the sauces, the Colombian garlic sauce, the Colombian spicy sauce that they have using the chilies that they make here. It's something very different. It's definitely a nice, interesting, spicy Colombian twist to a shawarma that I'm used to in like Turkey and the Middle East. Definitely very different. There's also some fresh corn, some fresh cabbage, and you can literally see as he makes it out, he puts all the ingredients on, rolls it up, and then puts it on the grill. The skin is nice and toasty, and that's because he literally puts it on the grill as well. That's something to do in Turkey as also. Nice similarity we're seeing between the Turkish shawarma and the Colombian shawarma. But for me, the sauces. It's the sauces that set it apart, and just now I actually added more of the spicy sauce because it doesn't originally come with spicy sauce. You have to add spicy sauce, and trust me, the spicy sauce definitely adds some kick. Let's go see what else we can eat. Okay, literally the shawarma stall is right over there. And here we found another stall. This guy's selling pinchos, or pinchos are these sort of skewers. And let me tell you, some cops are enjoying it and police enjoy something. Trust me, it's gonna be really good. What have we got? We've got a pincho which is mixed. It's got beef, it's got chicken, and it's got a potato on top. Now I already bit half a potato because literally it's so unstable. Like the physics of this thing, it's like a big waving stick that's gonna fall at any point. There is guacamole as well, but let's go ahead. Let's just try out the potato one more time. You definitely add some salt to that. It's perfect. The potato on the inside is nice, soft, melt in your mouth. Outside that skin, it sort of blisters up into this perfectly crispy, salty potato skin. Okay, there's more beef than there is chicken. Let's go ahead and try the beef part out. You can see it's a darker brown color, but I think he's added some spice to it because it smells really, really good. Let's go ahead and try it out. That beef. It's not really crispy on the outside. It's not grilled to crispiness. Instead, it's grilled to juiciness. And just looking at the meat, you can see exactly how juicy it is. It's literally shining under the lights of the city because of how greasy and oily and perfectly just juicy the meat is. Like I said, it's not very crispy. It's not like, you know, crispy bits of like carbon that you feel on the outside, but it's got the juiciness of beef that you really want. Okay, let's go ahead and try the chicken.
¿Dónde paisa? Acá en Colombia, ¿dónde paisa?
Chicken's got like a bit of a sweeter flavor compared to the beef. The beef is very, very salty. The chicken's a little bit sweeter. It's got a little bit better. I actually prefer the chicken. Unfortunately, he only has chicken and beef mixed together. He doesn't only have chicken. But I do like the chicken more. The chicken is also very, very soft, very tender, and very juicy. But it's got a sweeter flavor compared to the beef. I think that might just be the marinade that he puts on the chicken instead that gives it a bit of sweetness. But wow, nice. A really nice pincho. 1,500 pesos. You get a little skewer of meat like this here in Bogotá. Muchas gracias. No necesita. Bueno. Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. The cops just paid for my meal. Like, they were just like, don't worry about it, just go for it. Don't worry about it, we've already paid for you. And I was like, no, you didn't need to. You really didn't need to pay for that. It was like 1,500 pesos. It was nothing. I mean, the cops here in Bogotá, they're protecting us, they're keeping us safe, and then they're paying for food. I mean, it's incredible. Wow, the weather may be cold, but let me tell you, the people are warm, the people are incredible. Let's go ahead, let's go get something warm and sweet. All right, final stop of the night. I needed something warm and sweet, and that's why we've got Aromática, which is a classic. You can literally see it's water stewed in a bunch of things. And I literally asked him, what did you put in? And he's like, maracuya, strawberry, guava, lemon. Like, he started listing off like 10 different things. I can't even tell you what he puts in this. It's literally a mystery. It's a Pandora's box. Nobody has any idea. I mean, you can literally see it. You literally look inside the pot. It's a whole mishmash of like 20 different things all thrown in there. In order to make it, he literally puts some honey, some lemon, and then he pours in the water. So that is why it's really good for your throat. It's really good for your health. And considering I'm still recovering from a little cold, this is the perfect little drink. Let's go ahead. Let's try some Aromática because it is so cold in the city. It's literally bubbling hot, and they're here all day. So it's great to have some of this, especially at night once the sun has set. You need something warm, something sweet to end off the night. Let's go ahead and try out our first Aromática here in Bogotá. Wow. Sí, ya lo hice. First off, the sweetness from the honey is incredible. You taste a bit of sweet, but it's not too overpowering. Instead, what you get is a lot of herbal sort of flavors. I don't know what herbs he puts in there, but let me tell you, even though he puts a lot of fruits, the fruits aren't really giving you that sweetness. Sweetness is coming from the honey. Instead, you're getting a lot of herbalness from like the grass he puts. You can see the grass he puts on top. I can see literally three types of grass, not 3 pieces, 3 types of grass that he's put in there. And you can really taste it in the Aromática. You can taste the flavor of it. You can taste the guayaba. That's something that you can really, really taste as well inside the Aromática. But it's warm, it's nice, and it just warms up your entire soul once you take a little sip of it. Here in the Plaza de Bolivar, you can literally see Congress is right over there. You've got the main Metropolitan Cathedral here, and here is the guy selling Aromática and Canelazo. This is where I'm going to end the video here, this food tour in Bogotá. What an exceptional day it has been. Like, seriously, we started at La Puerta Falsa, which is actually right there. We're starting very similar to where we started today. La Puerta Falsa, delicious tamal, delicious aguapanela. Then we went to the market where we had seafood. We had some delicious ajiaco. Then we had some desserts. We had some sweets. Now we had shawarma, which by the way is the most Colombian shawarma I can ever tell you. It's just so different in terms of the sauces and the flavors. And then we've got a pincho and finally some aromática. I mean, this is the classic food day here in Bogotá. It's honestly such an incredible food city. And if you get the chance, I wish I could have stayed more time just to eat. Like, Bogotá is a food city. There's so much food to be eaten, and that is one of the most amazing food days here in the city. So with that, I'm going to end this video here at the Plaza de Bolivar. If you have enjoyed this video, definitely please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos. We've got a lot more from coming here from Colombia. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.